Hi, welcome back to my channel, Kudos Kitchen on YouTube. I'm Renee, and there's a few things talking points I'd like to hit upon regarding this video that you're going to watch for Karaage chicken. This may or may not be necessary to do, but I feel better giving a little explanation. After I've breaded the chicken in the cornstarch for this video, it had to rest in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. And then when I came back to finish filming and videoing the rest of the recipe, I forgot to put my microphone on. So there's no sound. It's completely silent. No dogs barking even. Shocking. This is a recipe I have never made before, but I've always been interested in the way it sounds, and because it uses cornstarch as the coating for the fried chicken, it is totally gluten-free and extra crispy, and it keeps the chicken nice and moist. The oil temperature was set to 325, and I checked that using an instant read thermometer. So when that was ready to go, then I added the chicken pieces one at a time carefully into the, I think I had about two inches of oil, because I was just frying little chicken tenders. One thing I would do over again, but I wanted to let you know to go ahead and do it. When you are going to coat the chicken pieces in the cornstarch, I did not add additional salt because I thought it was going to be too much with the soy sauce, and that of course is sodium, a lot of sodium in that. So I omitted the salt from the cornstarch, but I would go ahead and add probably half a teaspoon of kosher salt or salt to the cornstarch. Mix it up real good before you dredge the chicken pieces in the cornstarch for a little extra flavor. You also didn't get to hear me say that I fried the chicken tenders. Of course, they're boneless chicken tenders. I fried them on each side for maybe 3 to 4 minutes till they reached an internal temperature of 165 on an instant read thermometer. So that's for white meat chicken, and that approximately took 3 to 4 minutes per side. And then when I took them out of the oil, I drained them on paper towels. You'll see that in the video, but I didn't explain it. Well, I did, but you couldn't hear it. Sorry. Another talking point that I wanted to get out there that I didn't really in the video is use fresh ginger whenever you're able to. Even ginger paste, the kind you can buy in the produce department at the store. I use ginger, the dried ginger powder. It gives ginger flavor, but you'd get more punch with a ginger paste or freshly grating your own ginger. Just a little FYI. I guess that's all for now, so back to the video, and if you have any questions for me that I didn't hit upon, please let me know down in the comments below. So the first thing I'm going to do to make Karaage chicken, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is I'm going to add soy sauce. I'm going to go with about 1/3 cup. This is a small bottle, so hopefully there's plenty for this and other recipes that I'm going to use soy sauce for, but about 1/3 cup. And I'm going to be using this as a marinade for the chicken tenders, which you'll see those coming up soon. So there's roughly 1/3 cup. And from there I will add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Of course, it's always best to use fresh if you have it. I do not have it this time, sadly. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and use like 1 1/4 because I love garlic so much. And then again, for ginger, I'm going to use ginger, ground ginger. And of course, fresh ginger would be best, but I sadly don't have it. I thought I did in my freezer, but I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and add approximately 1 teaspoon, as you can see, approximately, of ground ginger. And I'm going to give all this a good whisk. Now I'm not going to add any salt to this, of course, because soy sauce is quite salty in itself. And the ginger lends a peppery flavor, so I'm not even going to add any black pepper. So whisk it all very well. And the next thing we're going to do is add the chicken tenders into a plastic bag. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut my chicken tenders. I have about a pound of chicken tenders. You can use chicken breasts, chicken thighs, whatever you like. But I happen to have chicken tenders this time, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half because we're making more of a Karaage chicken nuggets than anything else. And from there, I'm going to add them to my Ziploc bag. Got a few more to do. Here are all the tenders in the bag. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour in the marinade we made just a little bit ago with the soy sauce, garlic powder, and ginger. Get it all in there, and now close the bag, squeeze out the air, and then we'll able to get a good seal and also get the marinade on every piece of chicken. So work it around, give it a good massage. And this is going to sit, the chicken's very cold, so this is going to sit for at least 30 minutes in the marinade. So come on back and you'll see what we do next to make Karaage chicken. So it's been 30 minutes that the chicken has been marinating. So now what I'm going to do is line a bowl with paper towel, and I'm going to take the chicken out of the marinade, out of the bag that it's been marinating in, and I'm going to just kind of lay it in this bowl with the paper towel just to kind of get off any excess liquid. From there, what we're going to do is dip the chicken pieces into cornstarch. Just cornstarch, nothing else goes in that. So, and that's going to give the chicken, once it's fried, a really nice crispy crunch. I've fried chicken before with, just regular all-purpose flour, but I've never done it with just cornstarch. You can also use potato starch apparently, but I'm going to use cornstarch because that is what I have in my kitchen. So all the chicken is now out and in the bowl with the paper towels. Just a little bit to take some of the wetness off. And now in the second bowl is where I'm going to add the cornstarch. Probably a cup, I'm going to say that looks like. So with one hand being the wet hand and the other hand being the dry hand with the cornstarch, I will just go ahead, lay the chicken in, and toss it in the cornstarch. And from there I'm going to add it to the baking sheet lined baking tray. Okay, so yeah, you can really see that these are very well coated. So I'm going to shake them off a little bit and then lay them onto the baking tray, the rack fitted baking tray. If you know cornstarch, you know it's very, very fine. It's a very fine grind. Very soft. Okay. We're going to continue these same steps with the rest of the chicken in the bowl, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. Now the chicken's going to rest in the refrigerator. I will go ahead and cover it with some plastic wrap, and it's going in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Now while the chicken is resting in the refrigerator, I'm going to go ahead and start heating my oil. I have peanut oil in a skillet, a large skillet, a high-sided skillet on the stovetop. I'm going to heat that to 325 degrees. I'm going to use a kitchen thermometer for that. And you can also use canola oil or vegetable oil, but I happen to have peanut oil and I do like that best for frying. Personal preference. So this is going in the fridge, and we'll see you back in a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.